Hey boys and girls, I hope you're having a great week so far and that you are as excited as I am that today is Thursday, which means we are almost to the weekend. In science, we're going to go over a couple quick little reminders before I get into today's activity. Number one, you were supposed to pick an animal that was native to North Carolina. That means an animal that would have been here if people had never even come to North Carolina. Polar bears, gorillas, giraffes, lions are all really interesting animals, and you might be able to see some of them at the zoo, but that doesn't mean that they are from North Carolina. So unfortunately, if you picked an animal that is not a North Carolina animal, you're going to have to go back and restart the project. I was pretty clear about that, and you chose to do something different. I made it a little easier today, hopefully. If you click on this picture, you will see the list that I provided of the animals that we approved for you to do for this research. We picked these animals because while they are from North Carolina, there is also a Pebble Go book associated with them. Secondly, I have been pretty clear that you are only supposed to do one part of research each day. I very clearly said on Monday I did not want you doing it all in one day because that would make your lessons too long. You were supposed to do just body structure on Monday, just habitat on Tuesday, just food on Wednesday, and just life cycle on Thursday, today. Please don't work ahead. Please really listen to the directions. In my directions, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. There's a reason for why I'm choosing to do those things. Your teachers need time to look at the work you're doing and provide feedback so you'll know how to do better the next day. And then the last thing, I'm hearing some of you are wondering, can you come to another teacher's office hours? And the answer to that is yes. If you need help with science and want to come to me, since I'm the person that you're seeing in the videos each day for science, then by all means, please come to my office hours. If you are in Miss Geese, Ballard, Suffrage, or Hess's class, and you just want to drop in and say hi because you miss joking around with me, you are also more than welcome to come to my office hours and say hi and catch up for a little bit. I would be really happy to see any one of you, whether you're from my class or not, as I miss all of the kids in first grade. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started on our project today. So we're doing life cycle. Life cycle just means what happens from the animal from the time they're born until the day that they die. So I'm using my paper because I can't print out the graphic organizer, and it's easier to show you on paper than do the activity actually in Seesaw. So I'm going to start reading. Female cardinals usually lay 3 eggs in their nests. Chicks hatch 11 to 13 days later. Both parents feed chicks. Cardinals live up to 15 years in the wild. All right, so I'm going to write nests. That's really important because that's nest has to be there to hold the eggs after the female lays them. So we need to have that. It says females lay 3 eggs. So I'm just going to write lay 3 eggs. So right now, if you look, I'm just taking some key detail. Nests, lay 3 eggs. And I left a little space after the 3 because we might find out that they lay more than 3 eggs when we get into some other books. Chicks hatch 11 to 13 days later. So most animals have a name for their baby that's different than the actual name of the animal. Like bears have cubs, and foxes have kits, and horses have foals. So in birds, they're called chicks. So I'm just going to write chicks equal babies, because I want to be able to tell my readers when I get to my nonfiction piece that that's what they're called. Next, it's hatch 11 to 13 days. That's really important information. The mama bird lays the eggs, and then 11 to 13 days later, somewhere around 2 weeks, the babies come out of the eggs. Mom and dad feed babies, which is also an important thing to tell about cardinals, because in a lot of animals, only the mama takes care of them. Like bears, only mama usually takes care of them. So I'm just writing mom and dad feed babies and live 15 years. All right, so there's my information. Nest, lay 3 eggs, chicks equal babies, hatch 11 to 13 days, mom and dad feed babies, and live 15 years. But I'm not done. I need to go into Epic Books because a good scientist gets more information than just from one spot. So I'm going to log into Epic Books. I'm going to put Cardinals in the search bar, and I'm going to go to the book that I've been reading all week. I'm going to find the section called Life Cycle. That's the very section that we're talking about today, and I'm going to read that and see if I can get any other information. Cardinals make nests. Their nests are often in bushes or trees. Okay, well, I have nests on here. I could have that detail in bushes or trees, but I remember from my habitat day, I also said that their habitats were in bushes and trees, so I'm not going to worry about that extra information. A female cardinal lays 3 or 4 eggs in the nest. Chicks hatch from the eggs. Well, I'm just going to go 3-4 where I wrote lay 3 eggs. So now it just says lay 3 to 4 eggs. Chicks hatch from eggs. I already have that. Chicks equal babies. Cardinals care for their chicks. They bring them food. Chicks leave the nest after about 10 days. All right, so I have mom and dad feed the babies, so we have that. But I didn't have leave the nest after 10 days. So I'm going to answer that. Leave nest 10 days. And that's probably when they start to fly. I am going to write start to fly. And then it says cardinals live an average of 15 years. And then it goes into a section that we read for body structure. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. I'm going to find the other book that I've been reading on cardinals. And then I'm going to go back until I can find, there we go. It starts with nesting. So now I can start reading about what this book has to say about cardinals raising their babies. Northern cardinals build nests each spring. They gather twigs, grasses, and leaves. Then females bend them into cup-shaped nests. Well, for nests, I'm just going to write what they make it out of here, I think. Twigs, grass, leaves, female makes cup shape. And that's really important that the nest is like a cup because that keeps those eggs from rolling out and falling out of the tree. They tuck their nest between the branches of a tree and shrub. Females lay eggs in the nest. They sit on the eggs to keep them warm. That is a really important thing that we have to have about the care of cardinal mamas with their babies. So I'm going to write moms sit on eggs warm, just so I can remember that's why she does it. Males bring females food during this time. They also fight other males that come near the nest. So some other males might want to harm those eggs. So he helps protect the mama and the eggs, and he brings the mama food. So I'm going to say dads bring food to mom. So you can see when I had nests, I just drew nest, twigs, leaf, grass, females make cup shape, and then I wrote mom sits on eggs, warm, dad brings food. All important information about how cardinals take care of their babies. If the daddy didn't bring the food, the mommy would have to leave and then the eggs would get cold. And that can't happen, so they work together to make sure that their eggs hatch. Cardinal chicks. After about 2 weeks, chicks hatch. Well, we have that with 11 to 13 days. They are covered in soft gray feathers. So right here where it says babies, I'm going to add soft gray feathers. Because I want my reader to know what the babies might look like too. Mothers and their babies blend in with the nest. This keeps them hidden from predators like hungry snakes and hawks. Okay, and then here we have baby facts. Name of baby's chicks. Yep, I have that on my graphic organizer. Number of eggs laid, 2 to 5 eggs. I could change that and put it on here, but 3 to 5 is kind of in that, 3 to 4 is kind of in that range, so I'm just going to leave what I had from the other 2 books. Time spent inside eggs, 11 to 13 days. I have that with hatched in 11 to 13 days. Time spent with parents, 2 months. So time with parents, 2 months. So that means by the time they're 2 months old, they are ready to be all grown up and on their own and taking care of their own needs. Can you imagine? It's pretty amazing how fast animal babies grow up. All right, here we go. There's all my information all written down. Sometimes a little messy because when I realized I needed to say more about nests, I just drew a line and added arrows so I could follow my thinking. Keep working hard, boys and girls. We are really impressed with what we're seeing. Remember, you cannot copy straight sentences from the book. You have to take key details. You have to research the same animal every single day. That's really important for your coach project, that you have research on just one animal. Your animal has to be from North Carolina, and in the slideshow, there is a link you can go to make sure your animal is in there. And finally, if you would like to come see me during office hours, even if you're not in my regular class, room 1316, you are more than welcome to come see me. See you, love you, bye.